What's going on, guys?
What's up?
Our names are Cliff. We're all one collective hive mind.
Weeble wobble.
And this is Higher Education's podcast. You were supposed to say it with.
I don't know. I was waiting to go for it. I was waiting for him. Say what you said.
I am Cliff.
And then you have to say another version of it instead of saying I.
I am Cliff.
We
the collective are Cliff.
They are Cliff. I am Cliff. We, he, she are Cliff.
It's only second grade.
One Cliff.
One Cliff under God.
The one true
indivisible with liberty and Cliff for all.
Cliff for all.
Yo, you really for everybody.
Yeah. Who you dating, Cliff? Oh, shit.
This is what everybody, nigga. You see that episode of Futurama where the tentacle came down and was dating everybody?
There is a parallel universe out there where everybody's name is Cliff.
This nigga called the cup of the store, and JB was like, yo, the caller ID says Cliff. And I was like, that nigga stole my name. And then he came in. Wait, real quick. And then he came in the store, and Billy was waiting on him, and I wanted to be like, what's the weirdest way of being like, yo, we the same name, and I'm not waiting on him? So I was like, all right, let me see his credit card real quick, Billy. I saw it said my name, and I was like, confirmation.
I don't even that dude's probably like, is he stealing my fucking identity?
Why is he looking at my card?
Yo,
and your last four.
Yo, imagine having a photo, like a photographic memory, and like being a cashier. Just being like, one day you get fired from your job and you're like, oh, fuck everybody. Like, you're just like, expiration, like 16.
The person who was a dick to me last week.
I'm gonna steal that shit.
Yeah, like a numeric.
Wait, so like, is it true that Rick and Morty had a new episode come out like a couple days ago?
Yeah, it's on Adult Swim. I haven't watched it yet, and I keep seeing memes from the episode, and I'm like, I don't know what you mean.
I don't know what you mean.
You see the one with Morty with the crystal on his head?
Everybody
I haven't seen the episodes. I don't know what the fuck it.
I haven't seen the second season.
Hot take?
Yeah.
I dislike shows, like putting, like, for instance, when Game of Thrones releases all their titles beforehand, they're kind of like, oh,
Giving away what the episode's gonna be about.
Not really though. Like, they're just kind of like chapter titles in a book. They don't really make a lot of sense to the chapter, but they kind of do.
Yeah.
But like Rick and Morty episodes, they try and give shit away in the title, knowing, because it's like, for them, it's like, oh, well, we're not giving you any shows, but here's a bunch of titles that have a bunch of really weird words in them that make you think about it.
Here's a little rebuttal I want to say to that. It almost feels like an Easter egg, and that's kind of why I like it. Like,
yeah,
Morty
but it's almost
Run.
like, we're not giving you the content you want, so deal with the content that we're gonna give you. Like, it's like it's content, but it's not, because all I'm doing is thinking about what the show is actually gonna be about, rather than just watching the fucking show.
If it's cool and it's like what's the episode where Rick gets into the war with the devil? Something wicked this way comes, or something like that.
Yeah, I think so. When Summer's working at that store.
And it's a play on something that's a Stephen King novel turned into a movie.
Mandy episodes have like names in them and shit.
Oh, true. Actually, I looked that up. But yeah, so it's like it's an Easter egg, and if you knew what the Stephen King novel was about, you could guess what the movie's about, which is partly about, like, it's like the monkey claw thing, but also selling your soul to the devil who opens up a store in the area. And that's basically what the episode of Rick and Morty is. So if you know that Easter egg, you know the episode. I think that's clever, because if you don't know that Easter egg, then you don't know what you're about to watch. But when it becomes too on the nose, and then you're like, ah, damn, like, what's the episode where we're purging, or where they literally just purge?
Yeah.
One thing that annoys me,
literally just purge.
One thing that annoys me about Rick and Morty sometimes is the fucking synopsis they put on. It just feels like they try too hard. It really does sometimes feel. Let me see if I can find one.
Don't put that down. I know we're chewing through it because there's four of us, but
you gotta just let it rock. We haven't gotten to the first topic yet.
it's all good. We'll get around to yabs or something, but
What, nigga?
Let's let this blunt rock.
Like episode 1, Rick Shank Redemption. The family deals with stuff in this one, bruh. What's Rick gonna do? This is a real episode right here, bruh. Like, you don't need to be doing all that. Summer starts acting out on this one, bruh. Morty goes to ham too, bruh.
But why is it say
Come on, bro.
it has to be ironic, but it's still annoying.
Come on, bro.
Hold on, just go down a little bit. Because
The edge of Morty. Rick died. Rick Pete.
well, yeah.
Morty
See,
goes nuts this time, dog. Rick does stuff. Season 4 premiere, bro. If it's supposed to be ironic, I don't get it. I do get it actually, but I just don't like it. So yeah, watch Rick and Morty or don't. I don't care. So the first topic I want to talk about. Did y'all hear Drake got booed at Tyler the Creator's Festival?
I feel
hear
bad
that?
for Tyler because he paid so much money to have him there.
Not even paid.
That's
No,
Tyler wanted.
not even paid
it's
money
not.
for a person to be there. Tyler the Creator really likes Drake as an artist,
Yeah.
just in general. And like you could see in the concert, Tyler was like jamming out and grooving, and he even requested a song. And Drake was playing songs that were cut off albums and shit. And Tyler was having a great time as just a fan. And then Drake was like, y'all, if y'all let me, they only said I was supposed to do 2-3 songs, but kind of keep going. And everyone was like, I mean, yeah, you Drake, you are a great performer, so yeah, keep going.
Sure.
But were they there to see Drake though?
So they were there to see a festival, right?
well, they were, but not really, because like it's a whole like you said, he was only on to play like a couple of songs.
Yeah. Well, so what happened was it was Tyler the
2-3
Creator's
songs.
festival, Camp Flognaw, and he has like, all right, it was a festival of people,
Where
and
the
he was like,
fuck was this at?
I don't know, but
Camp Flogno?
I was about to say
Yeah.
it's a Tyler name.
it's a Tyler name. It's literally just like Tyler fans, so it's like indie mainstream fans. But he was like, I'm gonna bring out some special guest stars, and when people heard there was a special guest star beforehand, like there's always a guest star every year. This year, people for some instance were really hard on the fact that it's going to be Frank Ocean. It's finally going to be Frank Ocean, and that got enough steam to where everyone on Twitter was like, Frank Ocean. So he brings out Uzi Vert, he brings out somebody else, and then he brings out Drake. And Drake says that thing, and then after he plays again, Drake goes, like I said, I'm here for you tonight. If you want to keep going, I will keep going tonight. What's up? If you want to keep going, I'll keep going tonight. And they were like, no, boo, get off the stage.
Where's Frank?
Frank. And like, apparently during Drake's set, people were saying that, like, got to the point where people were saying Frank. And this one girl goes, Frank is in New York. He's not coming. Stop ruining the set. And then Drake just leaves. And the fucking concert ends.
Fuck him, yeah.
And people were standing there for 40 minutes like, where's Future, or where's Frank Ocean?
He's not here. He's in
Now,
Do whatever you
I will say
New
this.
York.
Drake is probably one of the best performers live in concert.
Never seen
It literally, Drake never fails to give you a great show. That's not commenting on the fact that he doesn't write his own music or this or that, because he doesn't. But
Be a good performer.
for performing,
He's performing the shit out of somebody else's songs.
I mean, what do you think of playing?
They wrote that shit and everything.
like, he is a great performer. And so it's like, you literally, instead of appreciating the fact that you have a surprise guest star, you're fucking like, Tyler the Creator got one of the biggest artists to come to the festival, and you get to see them, and now you're like, I want Frank Ocean.
I want Frank Ocean.
Nigga, why are you so entitled?
Give me Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean's not here. He's not coming. All right. Why are you so entitled to think that you deserve Frank Ocean? Now
Why
there's
you gotta
another.
make it into like entitlement.
Because
though?
it
Like,
is.
It's not.
Who are
though.
you to say, boo, I don't want this special guest. Give me this other special guest.
That's what they wanted. Like it's a concert.
You don't get what you want. It's a concert,
Nigga, yeah. What do you mean? What the fuck do you pay for? It's a
You
concert,
pay
yo.
to see the set list and then a surprise guest star. You
Yeah,
don't pay
a surprise guest
you
star
don't pay
that
for a
everyone
concert.
around.
You don't pay for a concert and then I want the surprise guest star that I pick.
Well, that's like asking for a
but-
mystery flavor and saying, I want strawberry. And then when you don't get strawberry, you're like, damn, I really want a strawberry.
Go see a Frank Ocean concert. Nigga not doing concerts.
Go see a
You just
Frank
blow-
Ocean concert. Damn, I never fucking thought about that.
They all looking at me all at once like, nigga, we
All
would
I'm saying
if we
is
could.
like, all I'm saying is, if I bought a ticket to like this festival, thinking that, you know, because everyone on Twitter is saying, oh, like the special guest star is gonna be Frank Ocean, special guest gonna be Frank
You just
Ocean,
gonna listen to
and
my
I get there,
mentality?
well,
Because
when everyone
I'm going
around
to
is
look for
thinking,
something
yeah.
official. And if they haven't said anything official, I'm not going to be and put my hopes up because some niggas on Twitter were like, oh, I think Frank Ocean's coming.
maybe it's not like a I think Frank Ocean's
It
coming.
was.
Or maybe,
Obviously
maybe
it was because
like
he wasn't there.
maybe it was like more than that though. Like maybe somebody like had heard something from someone like that was closer to him or something like that. But like we don't know.
But how do you
but
prove that? And if I can't go online and prove that, then I'm saying me not getting my hopes up. You should not get your hopes up for something that's not provable.
All I know is, like I said, if I'm buying a concert ticket to a show like that, thinking that the special guest star is gonna be Frank Ocean, yeah, I'm gonna be a little teed off.
Then
If
in this situation, it's your fault. You went to a concert expecting this guest star to be what you thought. Your guess was wrong. Just accept it and then be like, oh, damn, don't boo it and ruin your experience.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing too. I'm also going to talk about this from a different perspective.
There's so many perspectives. Everyone sucks except for Drake, really.
I've heard
it's Tyler's fault too a little bit.
They've done Bud Light.
I'll tell you why it's Tyler's fault.
No, here's the thing. Multiple years, Bud Light does this thing called like the mystery show or something like that. Maybe it's Miller. I don't know. Some beer company.
And they released the mystery before the show even starts.
Nope.
Does it? What?
They say, hey, we're going to put on a mystery show. It's going to be one of these 6 bands.
That's at least better. See, it's like it's one of them niggas. I don't know who, but it's going to be one of them.
I forget who it was. I think maybe it was Tenacious D. But they were like the band. And the other people that were on there were like Red Hot Chili Peppers or like U2 or something like that. So
the last one was Tenacious.
It's not that they're not famous. It's that they're not what the people wanted.
You cannot tell me that out of those people, that Tenacious D, no offense to Jack Black, is not the smallest of those groups.
He is, 100%. I don't know who the other bands were though.
Listen,
maybe they were smaller people.
I think, no.
But I think
they don't get a pass for this.
I think they were definitely the smallest. I'm just saying, like that. This has happened before.
You need to.
I ain't gonna lie,
I wanted to see the Peppers, yo. We're the Chili
And that's
Peppers.
different too. It literally is a bet. That's why, like, nigga, you lost the bet. I'm sorry. Now here's where it's wrong on Tyler's part. Tyler, nigga, I know you a troll, but I know you saw the fucking traction on Twitter, and you at any point could have been like, "Yo, he's not coming. Chill." But because he's a troll, he's like, "Yeah, let's get him riled up." And then when you get him riled up, and Frank Ocean's not there, and you're embarrassed in front of one of your heroes, oh damn, no.
Also, then it's Tyler's fault in that situation. I mean, all right, so like, if even Tyler's like coming out and
it can be multiple. It can be multiple people's fault.
If even Tyler's coming out and like fucking jacking it up, that
Not jacking it up, just not acknowledging it.
Oh, man,
He's not saying
it's not
no,
acknowledging
this
it.
isn't true. He's not being
Which I'm
like,
saying, there's still
this
no
shit ain't
official
true.
post saying it's not that. There should have been a post saying he's not coming. That's everyone here sucks, but Drake.
Nah, still the boot.
I don't know. Apparently, you got a whole ass crowd that thinks Drake suck.
That's why I didn't get to see Frank Ocean.
Frank Ocean be like, shit, I'm really glad I'm in New York.
Someone said, what if Frank Ocean was backstage and was like, I'm not coming out to this. These niggas just booing? That was mad rude. Now I'm going home.
No, he'd be in the back. He'd be like, he's gonna be like,
This is like Santa Claus
No.
in kindergarten. He's like,
Yo.
send him home.
Frank Ocean is in the back like, oh, yo, I'm about to go out there. They booing Drake. It's
be
my
thinking of
time to
Drake.
shine.
Right,
And
you gotta
then
really-
Drake's publicist is like, if you fucking go out there. If you fucking go out there right now.
I'm gonna beat your ass.
That album is gonna
You
be
thought-
pushed back to
You
7
think-
years,
you-
nigga.
You think you swindled a record company?
So Tyler the Creator basically responded and he said, I thought that bringing out one of the biggest artists on the fucking planet to a music festival was fire. But flip side, a little tone deaf knowing the specific crowd it drew. Someone created a narrative in their head and acted like assholes when it didn't come true, and I don't fuck with that. He finished off by saying this shit was like mob mentality and cancel culture in real life, and I think that shit is fucking trash. Nigga did Feel No Ways. That song is beautiful. Most guys don't do album cuts. Thank you, Aubrey. Like, I love that song and thought that would never happen. This is in all caps. This is in all caps, by the way.
I'm sorry, you gotta read that with the inflection. You gotta read that with
That shit was
ways,
mob
yo, that
mentality
shit was
and cancel culture in real life, and I think... No, I'm not gonna do that.
He did.
That nigga did
Nigga did Feel No Ways. Thank you, Aubrey. He said, like, I love that song and thought that would never happen. He really did that for me, and I appreciate it because he did not have to come at all. See our worlds come together was so great in theory, but hey man, shit happens. All jokes aside, shit low-key funny, ha ha ha. Aside from that,
Low-key
hope everyone here
funny.
has a good time, and again, no arrests, no bullshit, man, a lot of people enjoyed it. Thanks again, year 8, love again, thank you Drake. I'm fucking pissed Hotline Bling was next, that's my fucking shit, I'm gonna play that in the shower right now, heart emoji.
How long is this tweet?
It was like 4 tweets.
I'm gonna play that shit.
He went
in
on
the
a
shower
rant.
right
His
now,
his
man.
Twitter bio was, "I fucking hate my fans." So yeah, and then Drake tweeted.
Damn, we're about to get short squeezed. It's up to 170 million.
Drake tweeted, "Plot twist: Just signed a 10-year residency at Camp Flognaw. See y'all when you're 30." So he had some fun too. Yo, deadass. It really does take a lot of humility and humble pie to be one of the biggest artists and then just get booed. Because you gotta sit there and be like, all right, people, I guess they don't fuck with me. Let's go do something else. And he didn't lash out. He wasn't like, well, fuck y'all then. He was just like, all right,
It's like,
thanks,
all right,
bye.
Bye.
got
I'm
paid
getting paid. Damn,
I'm gonna go fuck your girlfriends. Count my stacks.
this ain't G-Eazy. He's gonna count stats.
Nah, that would be worse. That's like, I'm hurt, so now I'm about to go hurt you. I'm about to go hurt you bad.
Go snort some cocaine.
So I believe Drake is so soft. That nigga took half a bar, a quarter bar. He not snorting no coke. He got baby aspirin, taking that for the headache, all crying, all the crying caused him. Tyler was tweeting, "I love you, Drake. Get out the shower, please." No, they can't tell I'm crying if I'm all wet. All right, so today I learned that an Atlanta sheriff hired a hit on his political rival after losing an election.
As you do.
Surprise me.
The hit was carried out by 2 deputies who he promised a promotion.
Oh, damn.
Nigga.
These niggas thought they was about to have a job
Nigga.
afterwards.
They're dumb as fuck.
He even said, he was like, yo, I tried to call this. I tried to call the hit off at the last minute.
They still did it, didn't they?
Yeah. No, I think he was lying about that too.
This ain't no
Stop
movie.
trying to stop nothing.
This ain't no movie, fam. You can't like call like 2 minutes before I'm about to put a bullet in a nigga head. No,
Remember-
nigga, he dead already.
Remember when
I told you it was gonna be done at 10 o'clock. It's 10:02.
So basically, this new sheriff that got elected promised to like look into kickbacks and corruption. And so it was like it was double edged because he was like, damn, I lost the election, and he gonna investigate me.
This nigga gotta die.
So he
now.
gotta die. He's gotta go.
Doing too much now.
Or was he?
I was cool when it was just the election, but now, come on.
Yeah, so the sheriff got the deputies to do it. The new elected Sheriff Brown was a veteran for 20 years in the DeKalb policing. He got home from a party on December 15th, 2000, and he took at least 10 bullets and fell while clutching the roses he bought for his wife. Damn, it was her birthday. That shit read like a movie.
They lit his ass up.
That shit read like a movie. He said, all right, you get 5, I get
Pop,
5.
pop, pop, pop.
Hey, man, how come I pulled mine 9 times? Yo, we shot a cop.
Sheriff, nigga.
I pulled it once, and I was like, oh, wait, that's one life sentence. You got 9.
had to make sure.
He dead though, right?
8 more times.
We still got that promotion.
We still got that promotion, right?
We octuple tap.
And then the wife fingered the people because she witnessed the shooting. Oh my god!
The people.
What?
No, in court.
did you say?
In court, she pointed at them.
fingered
No,
what?
you know, in a court of law. In a court, no. In a court of law.
You could have said pointed them out.
You said
anything
she
better.
fingered somebody.
I'm like, why is she fingering?
That's what they say.
Finger popping each other's
She
assholes.
fingered
Come
them.
on now.
She fingered them.
Finger.
She
Finger-
pointed a finger
Finger
at
popping each
Dorsey.
other's assholes.
Oh, ready?
Come on.
That's what she did to him.
Finger popping each other's assholes.
She was
That's
like
gross.
them over there.
We're not finger popping each other. Right
So-
them. Right over
We're
there.
not finger popping each other's assholes.
right over there. Them two. Them two right there.
So
Right there.
So the sheriff and
Oh
the
yeah, right
deputies,
there. Oh yeah, right there.
the sheriff and the deputies got arrested and they got sentenced. And the sheriff eventually confessed in 2007. So there's that.
Yeah, I did it.
Let me out.
I'm a sore fucking loser. What do you want me to say?
He was gonna expose me.
Oh shit, the other ones are in jail. Fuck.
Well, we're gone. All right, yeah, I did it. Nigga, we know. That's why you here.
Oh shit, y'all know.
That was the whole point, nigga. We
The
got
trial where they said you guilty, and we was like, oh
thought
yeah,
they
we
were on
figured.
you.
it.
Your trial, nigga.
All right, did you guys see the Porsche that crashed into the second floor of a house?
What? Second floor?
Yes.
No?
He is.
Let me see this shit.
That shit geek. I mean,
Yeah, it probably do. Let me see this shit. Say it
There
funny.
you go.
2 people died though.
Yeah, they died because they dumbasses and they rammed a Porsche into a fucking
The
house.
people at the house are like, yo, I got a car that ran through my house. They're
The
like,
only
"Oh,
sad part is if it
through
wasn't
your
the
living
person
room?"
in the house who died.
No, it was
No,
the 2
it
people in the
wasn't.
car.
Then I don't.
Second
Then it's
floor,
funny
was
as
it?
fuck.
Where was it?
Sad for the
It's
passenger.
in Jersey.
It's not Jersey. Holy shit! Let me see this shit.
So basically, they were going really, really fucking fast in the porch. They hit a curb and the car went air. Yeah, dude, I was like, what?
How many streets away?
You know what it looked like? It looked like she was in Need for Speed, and she
kind
hit
of
like
GTA
she hit one of
bullshit is
the
this?
tow trucks that had their bed up, but no car fucking
She was
behind
like,
her.
ah, fuck.
I literally saw that and I was like, all I saw was car crashes in the second floor, and I was like, nigga, how? What happened?
What
And,
kind of
and,
cartoon style
Come on, man, you
bullshit
played GTA?
happened?
and then I read the article and it said car was going very fast and hit the curb, and I was like, and then it
What
got
kind of
jets.
tires
What
they
happened?
got?
How fast was it going? There were skid
took off
marks
like
on
a
the scene.
rocket.
Well, these niggas took flight and they broke. How the fuck?
Second floor
What?
building.
Well, no. How did they take flight and decrease speed? How fucking fast were they going?
You know what the best part is?
Gosh.
On the opposite side of the road is Hopper Avenue Elementary School.
Oh, God.
Oh, shit.
They hopped that shit.
Oh, my
Get up to
gosh.
see this.
Oh my
That shit could have crashed into a school. You ever seen that Family Guy episode where fucking the school catches on fire and all the babies are running out of it?
Oh, yeah.
Then they do the same thing with rabbits.
This would look like when they crash an orphanage.
The school was filled with tiny rabbits.
So the lady crashed the blah blah, and then she went home and her ass was beat.
Yeah, plane crash and whatever.
He beats his wife when he gets home and shit.
Now, this is what
Are you reading the article?
No, I'm watching like the news.
Nigga, get my phone.
You watching the crash? Yeah, that would be gnarly.
That'd be great. They had it, but no, I'm just watching the
Watch it,
news.
pull it
They
up.
got
They got.
footage of it.
Nah, it's just of the house, I guess. I thought it was gonna be like.
Niggas mad. They
No,
big mad, yo.
sick
They
line
said
would've
you
been like-
broke, you crashed in my house and you died.
You broke my study.
How you
I
gonna
would have been like, yo, I just had to pee, fam.
how you gonna haunt my house?
You got a bathroom up here, y'all?
Sorry.
They be haunting you. Boo, nigga, you should have gone slower. Get out of my face.
He's like.
I just had the shit, man.
I gotta
Yo.
take a dump. All right, nigga, hold on.
Drive-through? No, y'all drove through my house.
Y'all got burgers.
They still,
Yeah, y'all got
the ghosts don't even know they dead. I'll be getting number 5 with it.
what?
Nigga,
I gotta
this is
take
my
questions. Can I get
this is my fucking bedroom. How did you get it?
Alright, what you got on that table?
Ty Lopez, welcome to my garage.
Yo, did you guys see Dak's new warm up?
No.
This shit geeks. I'm gonna show you Dak's warm up, and then I'm gonna show you someone making fun of it.
This is what he does. He does not have to step into throws. He does everything off of Dak Prescott. Look at his workout. This is what he does.
It's like
He
hitting
does
buttons
not
on a
have to
controller.
step into throws. He does everything off of
Why is he like?
You know what it is? That's what it is. It's like you learned a button combo. You learned a button combo that
He got
like
mashed
that you
like
can
a couple
use.
times.
That's what it is. He looks like he's taunting somebody.
Don't he look like
He's
he's
like you're in
about
a
to tear it,
fighting
though?
game and you're doing like a taunt really quickly, and you're like, oh fuck you, and then the other person's like, I don't even know how he's doing that. It's just like a weird flex to be like, I know this game way better than
Crazy ass
fucking
power
you.
up.
He whole ass look like he about to tear something.
He's like extra stamina, extra stamina, extra stamina.
Fucking.
You know what he's probably like thinking about his like dance routine. He's like cha-cha, his like salsa classes he's been taking. He's like ta-ta slide, move, 1, 2, 1, 2,
You make it
1,
look like
2.
it's football.
But then, so I saw that post and I was on RNFL and it was like, NFL quarterback makes the most memeable whatever, and I was like, memeable? Yeah, all right. And then I clicked on it and I was like, all right, yeah, you right. You better be right.
You ready?
And then I was watching the pregame for fucking the 49ers Seattle game, and I saw Nick Bosa doing this.
One and two and one and two and one and two. That's definitely what that is.
God damn it.
No,
Nick
you
Bosa.
skipped a move. You skipped. There you go.
Yeah, do you have your Android charger?
You gonna black this
Could you pull this up for me?
No. Y'all are fiends for those things. When we're at work and like one of you got one and then the other one's got one.
People
And
split pods about work.
dude, it's so ridiculous. Like watching you guys like
Yeah, nigga.
from the outside
Dude,
now.
when
You got half
fuck
on a
you.
pod.
When we move, I don't know what the fuck I'm gonna do, man.
You don't know what the
They
fuck
don't
you're
have
gonna,
Wawas.
bruh.
They don't.
You are so naive.
What?
They got different
Oklahoma's tobacco fucking prices? Are you kidding me? Oklahoma is the reason I started smoking cigarettes.
No, I don't want to smoke cigarettes anymore though.
It's the same
I wanna Go
thing.
back to smoking cigarettes. So just go.
You're
back
gonna go to
Sorry.
you're gonna go to Sev and get an Enjoy
get
pod.
some enjoys. Sev sell enjoys now.
I think so.
Jesus Christ. Oh my god, I gotta cut
What
that
the
out.
fuck?
All
Did that
right.
show up? Please tell me
It
that
was
showed
like
up.
Antonio Brown.
Maybe.
Oh, shit, you said Antonio Brown.
I see some blips on the microphone there.
It's gonna,
I'm like,
it's gonna get cut. I'm gonna tell you that. 80 farting on the podcast.
I already cut it. So
Okay, so speaking of
You just
black
leave it.
quarterbacks, right? That's
He's
black,
not a
right?
fucking quarterback, nigga.
What? Quarterback?
You should
He's
keep
not.
this out with
Oh,
that
I guess he was a quarterback at one point.
Who?
Antonio Brown.
No, Dak. I'm sorry.
You said black quarterback.
I was
I know.
so
said
No.
Antonio Brown. I was like, what? He's not.
No. Okay, so speaking of black quarterbacks,
Got you.
I want to talk about the fact that Lamar Jackson now has a perfect passer rating in 2 games. All right. Black dominance of the league. No more white quarterbacks. All right. No more Jimmy Garoppolo's. All right. No more Andy Dalton's. No more Ben Roethlisberger's.
no more Tom Brady's.
Hey, he a nigga. You can say
Huh?
huh? You see the picture of him with the
He
fade
called
and some
He
Newports?
called Henry a nigga. Come on.
You see the picture of him with a fade and some Newports?
That show's ridiculous.
No, but now I want to.
Said, hey, nigga, what's good? Finna win. All right. So-
Shit got a park in it into.
yeah, but black dominance. All right. People keep focusing on what Lamar Jackson can do and what he can't do. Here's what he can do. He can move almost better than Michael Vick. I will give him equally right now, but almost better. And he can post a perfect passing rating against doo-doo teams. He can at least throw. And he beat my team.
Doo-doo teams.
Because that's all you need when you can run like Michael Vick. And he can
argue
throw
he's
too. So, what?
I'd argue he's better than Mike was. But like when he was on the Falcons, yo, he was nasty. So like it's
All
really
right, all
hard.
I
right.
need
Why
more-
do I get
I need
roasted
more-
when I say 2, but they can just say Mike? Like,
You know, me and Mike, we go.
It's different, man. I got
we
got the
was
skin color,
we was
man.
chilling. We was like, hey, kill that dog for us.
Wait, here's what I'm
we go way
You need
back.
me to strangle it for you, Mike? I strangled the dog for you. I hold the dog in the water for you, Mike. You need me to do anything else for you?
What? Nigga, we sound like a slave and shit. Damn.
I didn't say
You
that.
think I was messing? Let me just shine your shoes.
oh, you need me to? Yes, sir. What?
with his football. Why you got?
Why did you go straight to killing dogs though? Is my
He
thing.
said
Like,
Michael Vick. and
I
like,
know, but like Michael Vick, you could have talked about anything.
What?
You just went straight to the
if I'm
dog
being a
killer.
servant, though, that's probably what I'm doing. Not
You're
me
his
personally,
friend. I didn't
but-
say you said servant. I said friend.
No, you said whatever you need. You need me to kill some dogs. I'll do it.
That's the way you made it seem.
Like, seem subservient.
It's football though, but why you gotta focus on it being?
What'd you just
Made me
get?
black
into a
dominant,
slave.
though?
What?
What'd you just get?
It was great though. What? Black dominance.
Sorry about
Awesome.
Football, it's just a sport.
That's my
You gotta
point. Black
focus on
dominance.
the-
Oh, speaking of black quarterbacks,
You got
Colin Kaepernick's
I give 2 shits who's on it.
Dak, Lamar, who else? Patrick Mahomes, Deshaun Watson, Jacoby Brissett.
When you focus it on like
What are we
that, it's
doing?
no longer about
Black
sports, it's
quarterbacks.
about
Oh,
race.
Panthers.
That's the point right now. Yes,
Panthers.
Cam's out right now.
because it's a position that's been stereotypically dominated by white people.
100%.
Also, shout out to the white running back about to win MVP. It's a wonky year.
I mean, honestly, I think
a white receiver doing nasty shit too, and Adam Thielen, man. Like, come on.
Yeah, they're still calling him Scrappy though, which is like always
he's not fucking scrappy,
He's like 6'4"
dude. He's
and like
fucking-
240 pounds.
he's
That
crazy
is athletic
good,
if I've ever
dude.
seen it. And
I
it's,
just
Like, he
it's kind of a
probably
disservice
worked
because
hard.
every commentator is like, "Oh, that white guy, he must be scrappy and
Oh,
work hard."
nigga, he's-
It's like, yes, but he's also a physical genetic specimen like everyone else on the field. So
Oh,
like,
how did he get to be so athletic? Nigga, do you see him?
he's
came from a family of cavemen.
Fucking 6'4", 240. Dude.
But it's because you see Gronk and you're like, oh yeah, 6'6", 260. It's like he's got like 2 inches and like, I mean, that 20 pounds of muscle looks hella big though.
On Gronk?
Yeah.
Gronk probably drinks a lot too. Drank a lot, so it's probably.
Which is actually crazy. When he stopped doing like the NFL workouts and eating all the NFL meats and shit, he slimmed down a lot. Yeah, because he's not as bulky.
Interesting.
He doesn't have to maintain any body mass anymore, so he doesn't have to worry about
Probably
it.
don't got the
Because like the biggest,
the traps either anymore.
No, like everything shrunk.
well, like the biggest,
He's still
thing
ripped.
You know, sure.
is you don't want to be light. Like it's a balance between.
You don't want to be hit.
Oh, yeah, you're too late.
Way
Yeah,
exactly.
fucked up.
Yeah, you want to be
Especially
able to
big-ass
like
Gronk.
be hit and like keep
Hit
going.
that.
And that's what separates like a good like
I've
tight
noticed
end
that.
from a great one. It's like
especially like when you
how
go from the
much density
collegiate
they
level,
have.
you can dominate at high school, and then you get to college where oh shit, everyone's a little faster. But if I just rely on my naturally big, I'm cool. But then you get to the NFL where it's the best of the fastest and the biggest, and now you're just average, and you're like, oh shit.
Yep.
I need to get bigger. I need to get faster.
And that's how you end up with like a really average second string tight end.
Run faster, jump higher.
Especially
Be a flyer
if you get
tennis
to this
shoes.
point and you never worked on anything else like blocking, and you're like, damn, hand techniques are trash because all I did was catch because I was just taller than everyone else.
Yeah, no nigga. You need to block.
Yeah.
It's the NFL.
My dad tells a story when he was a kid. He really, really wanted PF Flyer tennis shoes because he saw this commercial where this kid got them and then he jumps over this like 6-foot fence. And he said that's the only time that he's ever thought that he was actually going to break a bone in his body is when he tried to jump over a 6-foot fence. Jumped into a 6-foot fence.
Of course. Like,
That's how it goes.
not even making
He's
it
like,
over
damn.
that.
I hear all these dudes around me making jokes all the time about how easy this shit is, and like,
That's what happened the one time you
I
tried.
was about to say my grandfather was Mexican, so or my dad's Mexican, so like everybody is like, you know, around him making all like border hopping jokes, and
Jesus Christ.
he's like actually in like, oh, there's a fence, and you actually got to jump it, and he's like imagining like
He said, "Oh, it's
like
a fence." No,
like
we don't mean a fence. Nah,
jump.
it's a little fence. I jumped. I had to climb over it, just like I deal with
But
jump
that's the
bullshit.
thing, like as a kid, he's like, oh, like hop the fence. He thinks like jump, like you jump over the fence.
like,
Not
no,
like
nigga, we
You
no.
gotta climb that bitch.
First off, if we do go over it, it's a
shot.
climb. It's like up slowly, down slowly. But most likely we go around it or,
Hey, yo.
or through it.
Is that bitch electrified?
No.
That
That would be too much.
Why would it be? That is cruel.
It shouldn't be.
There you go.
No, wait.
I don't know
Not that border wall specifically. All right, let's just talk about border walls in general. If you have a border wall, right? Not saying you should or shouldn't have one. If you have one, wouldn't you want it to be electrified?
No.
No, nigga, shut the fuck up.
Like, say you had a private island and you
No,
had
no,
a
no,
fortress.
no,
I
Ready?
was saying
Hold on.
I'd want it to be
What?
covered in barbed
No,
wire.
hold on.
Shut
Think about it this
up.
way. Think about it this way.
No.
Think about it this way. Think about it this way. You have a fence in your backyard.
Yeah,
Is it electrified?
that's different.
No, it's not.
Why is it different?
It's a border.
You're only
It's
putting
made
it-
to keep stuff
You're only
out.
putting it
and keep
around
what you
your
want
property.
Then
So it's like-
yes, I want it electrified.
Why?
What?
Keep niggas out.
You
Nigga,
gonna
you
anytime you touch that, everything that touches it, your dog, any birds, squirrels, cats, you,
Anybody.
your brother, sister,
Fuck 'em.
your mom. You out there one day, you taking a piss,
Fuck 'em.
and it fucking the pee
Fuck me.
touches the fence and
Fuck me.
electrifies you. You
There's
stab
still
your wiener.
stream
It's
coming
worth
out.
it. It's worth it. I'll be
Stream
dead. Like,
coming
you know
out.
what? The fence
There's
really
actually,
worked.
I saw MythBusters. There's a thing where, like, if you pee on an electrified train rail,
care. Didn't
it'll
know that.
it'll zap you.
Oh, it actually does?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say I don't care if they say it don't. I'm not doing it.
No, it do.
There's a
Yes,
way
they
to
really
get to
do.
you, it'll get to you.
Yeah, because water is actually the water isn't such a conductor of electricity as the urine is. The urine.
Salt in the
urine. The chemical
All right.
that is
Piss.
So
Piss.
speaking
what
of
it
speaking of some bull piss, I want to talk about Colin Kaepernick and his tryout for the NFL. Because there's some shit going on. Apparently I was reading some tweets, right? And the NFL announced that Colin Kaepernick was going to get some tryouts with teams. And then like this dude was tweeting, and he was a reporter. He was saying that it's odd that Colin Kaepernick would get this like impromptu, like, hey, gotta come to this workout. We're working with you. And they place it on a Saturday where a lot of teams are trying to prepare for Sunday, and people don't have free time. When instead of on a Tuesday, where everyone has free time, people have off. GMs can send representatives that have actual power instead of now just sending people like scouts that don't have any signing power.
Bullshit.
Also
Like, they're just doing it like for publicity stunts and shit.
pretty much, but it's like the worst publicity stunt because it's like, nigga, you're giving this.
They're just doing it to do the bare minimum.
Yeah.
To satisfy.
And
like,
it's
get
very
him
see
through.
throughable, and it's like, all right, well, that's not like this is even
try.
worse for your PR.
Yeah.
I don't know how you thought people were gonna be happy about that, but he's still gonna try because he has to. He wants to play.
Yeah. But that's so fucked up on their GM's parts. On the GM's parts.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's bullshit.
It's just the whole org because they have a ways to silence, people who they don't who don't fit in their pegs.
Yeah, they're probably gonna like be like, yo, you can do this, but you gotta stop dealing.
Not even that. It's just gonna be on our terms.
Mm-hmm.
And if it's not on our terms, then go.
I don't
Because
even
really,
think-
that's
'cause-
that's where I think the basis of this comes from, is that you do things on our term. You do not force us to do. We told you to stop something. We're losing money, not a lot, but we're losing money, and we told you to stop, and you're not stopping. So then we're taking action.
Got you, yeah.
Yeah, but here's
But
the
that's
thing.
not how it should be, because that is you blackballing him, and then you tell us that you didn't, but when you essentially did,
We already know you did.
we already know you did.
I mean, whether or not it's right, it's definitely just what's happening. They're at the point where they're understanding that there's no way that they can get him to play by their terms. So to facilitate just the bare minimum, they do these things so to keep the public, being like, well, we gave him their try. You know what it is they're doing this so that they can give the 95% of Redditors, white people, the ability to go, the NFL isn't racist.
But they
we
really-
gave him an opportunity to try out and nobody wanted to try him. It's not that he's a good quarterback and we're racist. It's that he's not a good quarterback.
But that underestimates the intelligence of people, because then people are like, yo, but if
You're
you see what
talking
you're
about
doing-
you're talking about a populace of 49% that voted for Donald Trump.
Those
You're
aren't-
talking
those aren't the
about
niggas on
their
Reddit.
intelligence.
Those are the people that get downvoted on Reddit.
No,
They upvote
because
each other.
See, Reddit doesn't
that's
really.
the thing. Exactly, they upvote each other.
But
The
there's not
fucking idiots
there's
upvote each
there's
other.
not enough of them. That's what I'm saying. Is that
Oh, there's far too many. For today's society.
I think
But that's okay. So my basic point is that that's not how it is on Reddit. Reddit isn't an appropriate representation of basic society.
Well, maybe it's not
Reddit is a
Reddit.
very, and I don't say this as a bad thing because I am a liberal, but Reddit is a very liberal echo chamber where things that have liberal tones get repeated and upvoted, and things that go against that grain get downvoted.
maybe Reddit was the wrong
Yeah,
terminology.
no, that's why I'm trying to.
That's
That's
what
what I'm trying to say.
I'm just
Facebook,
saying on the internet in general.
Twitter, yeah, go somewhere
because like YouTube.
That's I was really trying to break down that of Reddit
gonna
because
say-
Reddit is very echo chambery in that sense.
YouTube comments, fucking sports analysts,
Yeah.
people's opinions in general
Yeah.
will be, well, no, it's that he's a bad quarterback. We gave him all these tries and he didn't do anything.
Which I agree. So let's hope he turns something out of nothing.
Let me get that blunt, yo.
We about to spark it. So,
I think I gotta go soon.
About to ain't sparking it. I got work in the morning.
well, listen, y'all wanted to eat.
Huh?
I said y'all wanted to eat. All right. So speaking of this blunt, I'm about to spark. Chris Brown had a yard sale. Apparently celebrities do that. He wasn't even there, but he was selling shit that he needed to get rid of, all designer shit. And this lady bought a hoodie from Chris Brown. And inside the hoodie, she found a little weed bottle with some weed in it.
Word.
She got Chris Brown's sticky icky.
And she went to fucking Twitter and was like, look what I found.
No.
Chris Brown had weed in this hoodie. Nigga, you just smoked that.
Who gives a shit?
What?
That's
You
your
don't-
weed
The
house.
only way you post that on Twitter is if it's some Reggie ass
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
OG
Why are you-
Kush from
Why are you
shit.
snitching on? Why are you snitching on him?
Why is
You
Chris Brown
sketched on the
smoking some ass,
homie.
yo?
I mean, not the homie.
He got
but,
tiny
like,
tolerance.
all right.
Why did you?
Did you hear what I
fucking
said?
do that?
What?
Good. That's a little tidbit for you later. Wait till you get to this part of the thing and you're gonna be like, oh. Because
Like
nobody heard what I said.
I'll just make it extra loud too. Like, and
no, you gotta cut it.
Okay.
The fuck did you say?
I laugh and they're like, all right, that has to go.
I mean, not really. You can leave it in there. Make it
But yeah,
loud.
why she snitching on him?
I think because
Fuck Chris Brown.
For the clout, yo, she's obviously
I
buying
mean, don't
his
steal
shit.
it.
True.
But don't fucking snitch on him. But like,
Apparently, it was called
fuck Chris Brown.
Panda Smoke.
Whoa. He was smoking with the panda.
Hold on,
smoke.
whoa.
Excuse you.
Are we not talking about California?
Yeah, no, we are.
So we're talking about a legal
A
state,
legal state.
a legal recreational bottle, chilling in this dude's hoodie, and she, you know who she reminds me of?
Who?
Look what I found in my son's room.
Oh,
this
no.
this little pocket pussy. like yeah.
It's- you found-
You put your little pee pee in there.
so you just grind it up like this,
Making fun
and then
of
you
him
just
and shit.
then you just smoke it, and then you just.
So what are you gonna do,
Alright,
Chris?
I'll be back later.
What are you gonna do, Chris? Are you just gonna grind up this little pee? How are you gonna put it in your bong? How are you gonna?
Damn. Yeah,
You're
stop
just gonna hit the
snitching on
weed,
niggas.
huh?
Stop snitching on niggas. That's what I gotta say.
She's like, it's pretty good, too.
Pretty good. It's pretty good.
I'm not even high.
Where'd you get your shit?
It's some Reggie shit.
No
It's
shit.
some Reggie shit,
It's
Chris.
been in his jacket since the last time he wore it. Like, he buys a jacket for every day he has.
Yo,
I really can see him doing that shit. That's not fresh enough. Let's go.
not only.
Where we
here's the
going?
thing. What if Chris was like? What if he left it in there on purpose? He's like, yeah, I got a little bit. I'm gonna slide it for girl. You know, I'm gonna
No,
just
he's
I'm gonna just
definitely
leave
doing
this in
that.
here. You know, because he's like,
For whoever finds it,
because here's
whoever
the thing.
buys it.
Imagine being in a position
Can
like
you
Chris
leave
Brown
like a stack or two in
to
there?
where you just leave like a fucking thing of
What if-
weed
What
around.
if that was the whole
But-
thing? Like, buy my shirt, you'll maybe find a bottle
What if
of weed
what
in
if
there, yo.
what if he was sitting at home, fucking grinder out, fucking rap like
Maybe.
like split, everything good to go, and he's like,
Fuck.
where the fuck is my bag? And he's like looking around for it, and then he's just like,
No.
oh my fucking jacket. he's just
on
like
Twitter, like,
he's like, what the fuck was her name? What the fuck was her name?
He gets
That
there,
would be us.
sees
That
the
would be us.
sees him
is
trending
like,
on
oh,
Twitter
shit,
before
I
he
left
finds
some
her.
shit in there.
He's
Let's
like,
get some new shit.
this bitch.
Damn, she stole my
It's Chris Brown, so he was like, I'm gonna kill this bitch.
He just like go. He's,
He will. He went to jail.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't have left, but that was good.
He's gonna beat this bitch. I'm a Chris Brown.
It's Chris Brown, so he said I'm gonna kill this bitch.
He's like, you know what? I'm gonna do myself.
So, I really gonna have to kill a bitch.
I really got cut a bitch tonight. Fuck.
It's Chris Brown.
He's like, it's been a minute. I'm gonna have to.
I need to relearn this shit. You know, it's been a while.
Rihanna.
Oh, Jesus
Oh
Christ.
no!
All right.
I said
Who's
Riri, no. Last woman that tried to fight me, she bit me.
Oh my god. All right.
It's
So
really fucked up. Wow.
You're joking about it.
It got too far.
Horrors of the
before
world.
we get to the horrors of the world,
Bars.
I got a little end segment I wanna add on called Tales from Work. You guys got any tales from work about some customers you want to get off your chest real quick? So I got a couple. Actually, I got one that's gonna be quick, and then I got a funny one. But you guys got any?
Not by cuss.
Is the one that's quick from today?
What's up?
Is the one that's quick from today?
Which one?
Is it from today?
Oh no.
I'll say one.
I think I told you about it, but the last time I was working, I had this woman come in and ask me for a heavy pound of the salmon, like the Norwegian
Oh
salmon
yeah, dude,
fillet.
I was there for
And I was
that.
like,
This
all
is
right,
on
word.
Monday.
Yeah, and I was like, all right, yeah, I
You were
got
in the
you.
office.
Fucking, I, cut her piece, or I like weigh it out, fucking show her what the piece is. She's like, word, that's fine. Go to wrap it up. Like fucking 20 minutes later, she comes back
Yeah, no,
and it's like,
Oh yeah, she approached Steve, and I was
she
like, "What
comes
the fuck?"
back. She talks to Steve. She's like, I don't know, like if they didn't hear me or whatever, but like I asked for like a heavy pound of, or she said she asked for something like totally different, and I was like, bitch, I fucking showed you the piece of salmon.
It's
If
like, is
you
this
want
good?
something different, like
Say
why you
what you
ain't
want.
just
Why
say
didn't you say it while you
know?
was here?
Like,
Why you gotta come back and make it like
yeah,
someone
like-
messed up,
and, like,
but it's
be
okay they messed up, and
embarrassing,
it's like,
like,
no,
yeah,
that's
like,
not what happened.
now it looks like I fucked up the situation when in reality, like, you probably just fucking changed your mind on the way home, or like, when
was
you
like,
got
oh,
there, it's
that's
like,
not what I meant.
oh, I thought it was something different. No, bitch, take the fish and fucking leave.
I fucking
was so
hate
heated.
having to just desecrate fish for people, like salmons especially.
Like, you want
But-
one of these
They
cut up
come
ones?
back like,
Nah,
oh.
cut it from the fresh one.
Nah, I need that.
I'm glad that I didn't have to deal with
I
it
just want
today.
the beginning of that one.
Yo, they were literally
All the
Billy
way
was
at the front
finishing
of the
up with a
case.
customer at fucking 5:56, 5:57, 5:58. He gets
was
done
It
putting
was
his
rough.
bag in, and at 5:59, Steve like walks out to go lock.
I
the
literally was
door.
like, Steve, go lock the door
Yeah.
before someone sneaks in. And then I saw a lady walk in, and I was like, you just snuck in.
5:59. She snuck in
fuck?
the one door while Steve was locking the
What
other
the
door.
People
Fuck.
at my job will call it like 11:30. Like we'll close at 12 some nights. They're like, "Hey, we'll be there around 12." It's like, "No, bitch, that's when we fucking close."
You would not be here.
Like, can we eat in when we get there? No,
No.
we're closing. Well, we're gonna eat in anyways.
You
Oh,
can
okay.
eat in my ass. Like,
Jesus.
We don't have a dishwasher, so y'all are gonna have to wash your own dishes.
We let that nigga leave already. So if you want to clean the stove and the grill, it's up to you. You got it.
I'm gonna leave. Y'all can stay.
You gotta turn it back on.
Throwing the
and
keys,
everything.
lock up when you go.
All
You
the
can
money's
just
in
go
the safe.
home and
Here's the alarm code.
Get the fuck out, yo.
Figure the if you can get it, you get it.
It's all yours. Fucking, I'm gonna be gone. Side door's gonna be open. Yo. Fuck out when you guys get out.
turn the lights off when you
Side
leave.
door's gonna be open. Oh my god!
But
All
I'm
right.
not staying there till 1:30 just so some people can eat some fucking nasty ass wings while they're drunk as shit.
They drunk as shit.
I also had another person like ask me for, like just a fillet, like a whole fillet, and I was like, word up. I waited. It was like 2.5, maybe 3 pounds. He looks at it, takes a step back for a second. He's
Wow,
like,
that's
"Yo, can I get another one?" I was like,
Yeah.
"All right."
Like,
you want 2 of these bad boys? Fuck yeah. I waited out. It was like 6.5 pounds or some shit like that. It was like
And you
the
know
dude
what he
was
said?
fine
He
and
was
everything.
like,
He was super chill, but like
Fuck it.
wrapping that shit was so fucking hard.
Oh, you
dude.
shouldn't have wrapped it. You should have put it in the 20-pound tub, put a lid on it, and gave it to him.
What?
Yeah.
That's a thing. That's
So-
great.
Anytime you do anything over like 2.5, 3 pounds.
Nah, I know.
Have you had to sell people crab legs out of the freezer yet?
Mm-mm. I
So
don't think so.
it'll be a while before like somebody does it, but there's like 3 kinds over there, and most of the time people want like the cheapest one, and they always would be like, "Oh, the king crab legs. How much?"
Oh,
are those?"
wait. Do you mean like on the side,
Yeah,
or like
the
the
freezer.
opposite of the OBR case,
Yeah.
or like yeah.
Yeah.
I've had to do that
Yeah.
before,
Have you ever had to sell somebody like the king crab legs? Like, is it because this dude walked in, and I've only ever had 1 or 2 experiences where somebody will walk in, they'll see the price, and they'll know that they want to get it because somebody like is like, "Oh, I want to try this," or like whatever, and they'll be like, "Oh,
She's
let me
like,
just get
yeah,
one."
Yeah.
And then I had this one dude come in who was like, "Oh, okay, can I see one? Like, can I see that big one right there?" And I showed him to it, and he was like, or showed it to him, and he was like, "Okay,
give it a
yeah,
time.
can I get all the other ones in there?" And I was like,
Oh,
"All
you
of them?"
balling.
And he was like, "Yeah, not this one, all of them." And I was like, "What?" And he was like, "Yeah, this one's just too big. I just wanted to see it." And I was like,
nigga? So you-
I was like,
you want
"Okay."
the rest?
So I just like I'm pulling out, and
He's
I'm like, "You want all of these?" And he goes, "Yeah." I'm like, "They're like $40 each." And he goes, "Yeah, I know." And like I put them up there, and I'm like weighing them out, and I'm like,
Not that one.
I start dialing them all in, and I'm like,
yeah.
the number just keeps fucking, because every time I'm hitting fresh and then like total, and I'm like, oh my
Yeah.
god, I'm like fresh, I'm like, oh my god.
New one.
I turn around and I'm like, $276, and he's like, oh, that's not that bad. And I was like,
What?
Yeah.
Why not that one though?
Dropped almost $300.
Yeah.
I was like, you want to buy me some lobster
It's like
tails?
5
Like,
of these. Like
He's like,
Oh,
I get
and then
3?
you get used to that, because the worst is when you just open. Someone comes in and they're like, "All right, $300 transaction." I'm like, "Can you let your card breathe?" You just woke up. Like, go to Wawa, get a coffee first. I'm like, holy shit.
Come in, bitch, gotcha. I did.
Swipe your car like, ugh, what? $300? God damn! All right, set it through.
That's gonna be fucking tomorrow.
I think people like around like our area like to come into like our work because like we get super busy on Fridays. They just come in there like 40 minutes early. They'll order like 50 wings and they'll sit there and they'll watch us work.
That's
'Cause
almost
like,
worse.
It's a tiny kitchen.
Why you
and
watching
we're
this?
all walking around like running around each other like bumping into.
And you hectic because you like y'all just ordered mad
Yeah.
wings.
They come in there and they watch us make wings. They're like, yo, can I get 40 wings all flats? And I have to sit there and I'll have to count them out.
Bitch.
And I'll be like, yo,
All flats.
yes, all flats.
I would hate that.
That's
And I'll be
I
like,
love
yo,
flats.
That's
can I
lit.
get 40 all flats?
That's lit.
10
I know that all
pieces.
flats is
10
lit. I know you could do that.
5 bag of habanero.
I know you could.
5 fucking whatever. I'm like, yo,
Don't do it
there's
though.
30 boxes.
I hear it right now.
That's such
I did
bullshit.
it, and then I heard Louis complain about it, and I was like, "Oh, that explains it." I went to Buffalo Wild Wings for my birthday because it was on a Tuesday. I thought that they still had that like bonus for like boneless. They got rid of that. It's only their bone-in now, and I asked for all flats, and I'm not gonna lie, it was the longest time I've
You wanna know
ever
why?
waited
You
because
gotta
they
go
told
through 4 fucking packages.
no, because they told me. Fuck this dude. He wants all flats. He can go fuck himself. He'll get his food when he fucking gets it.
Yeah.
Like they're like what they probably did is they're like, I'm not digging for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take out everybody's order, and when I get enough flats to make that dude's order, that's when I'm gonna make it. And that's what fucking happened. 40 minutes later,
That's what it is.
my fucking 40 flats come out because you best believe it was buy one get one, and Brian got a medium.
40.
I got 40.
And y'all order a bunch of different fucking flavors.
5 flavors.
Yeah, so I fucking
Parmesan garlic.
He is heated. He is heated right now.
I'm getting yelled at the entire fucking time.
Lloyd's coming out with like a butcher knife. Like,
I am
who's
not
the
like
motherfucker?
Hey, Brian's like, it's my birthday.
I will curse you the fuck out. Like y'all be up front. I'll
Yo,
curse you out.
so
Like,
whatever.
side
So
This nigga heated.
long story short, whatever Lloyd works next, we are ordering 200 wings, all
All
flats.
order a bunch of fucking things. I'll be in the back. I'll be smoking. I'll be high as shit.
You know what we're gonna do is we're gonna order 9 separate orders and then do like
gonna be
mozzarella
one drumstick
sticks,
in there, like,
onion
can I speak
rings,
to the menu?
fries, everything that
That
has to
would
go
be
into the fryer at
2
one
other
time.
people who hate it just as much as I fucking do.
Just overload their fryer. Just be like, we want 100 wings, 3 orders of mozzarella
Bro,
sticks.
I'm like, you gonna get back.
Overloading on top of overloading. That happens every fucking day.
But you gonna get back here. You
Don't worry,
gonna
we'll
you gonna
take
empty
you
the
very
grease
well.
trap, and then you gonna make your own fries.
The tips get split up, and sometimes people.
I
Like,
can't just hand you like 20.
Not only
Nope.
that, but the driver fucking delivers this shit. Don't give you crap.
no.
He like, I had to drive it. It's
I
like,
had to
yeah,
make
but
it.
I had to fucking make it.
Yeah.
I had to
Motherfucker,
make it.
You sat in your car and got high because I know who the fuck you are.
That was personal. You said, you know, nigga.
Nothing wrong with
You get
that.
high.
You came in, make 5 steaks, put it on a wrap, walk the fuck out.
Oh, hold on. Whoa.
Get
What?
real personal here.
5 steaks.
No, this is different people.
Oh, okay. All right. So, you got some tales from work, buddy.
Tales from everywhere. I hear
Fucking Tim be
everything.
taking the tails from work.
Jesus. All right. Wait. So I got 2. The first one was just funny because it was like an old customer. I thought he was hitting on Christina, because he was like, "Are you married?" And I was serving another customer and I heard that and I was like, "Nigga, how old are we?" He says he was old too. Like this nigga and his wife got out the car and I was like, "Yo, their combined age is 180." This nigga's
married?
ready to go.
Their
And
combined heartbeat.
it was like 3. Boom.
Doom.
But yeah, he was like, "Are you married?" And she was like, "What? No." I was like, "You have a boyfriend?" And she was like, "No." And I was like, "Oh, this nigga finna ask for the number. You real break."
You need
And
a
then he was
sugar
like,
daddy?
You need some money?
I do. Where-
Bills
I
piling
do.
up?
I'm like, excuse me. Hey.
Hey, where's your
Me.
wife? Can I get some
How much money you got? Nigga,
Can
run
I have
it.
some of it, please?
But then he was like, "Oh, you want to know why there's so many accidents? Why men cause so many accidents?" And she was like, "Why?" And he was like, "Because of women. They're so gorgeous. You know, I was on my phone trying to be like, nigga, record. Nigga, record. He was so out of pocket. All right, that's the funny one. So the irritating one. So my coworker was serving this person, right? And this person was like, I need you to come around to this side of the case. And the person was like, why? Why do you need me on that side? He was like, I want to see something. And so the person walked around, and the customer was like, how come that piece of fish looks different than that piece of fish on the same tray? And it was orange roughy. And the coworker was like, it just comes from different fish. That's why. And then the customer was like, what about that piece? How's that piece different? It's different fish.
Yeah, right. These are different animals. They're not all
It's like they're the same species, but this literally came from two different fish. Like this orange roughy and this orange roughy were two different fish. It did not come out the same body. It came out two bodies.
We just don't have like an orange roughy machine that just pumps out perfectly looking like
like all white, all equally white fish.
These aren't made from tofu, my man.
And then he went, how come this fish is yellow? And the person went, a salmon
is orange.
is orange. And then the customer was like, oh, like, I'm sorry if you're a bother. And the person was like, no, don't worry, you're fine. Customer left. Person came back trying to tell me something, and I was like, you're a liar. They're like, what?
Dude was an asshole.
Like, what? I was like, that dude bothered the shit out of you. And he was like, nah, he didn't bother me. But he was like, and then recounted this whole thing to me, and I was like, oh.
You say he didn't bother you? Okay.
And then Sam came from the back, and Sam was like, so that person frustrate you? And they were like, nah, they didn't frustrate me, but you know what was and I was like, yes, fuck that guy. But also, like, it wasn't like they were like, fuck that guy, because like that's what I would have been like. They were trying to be like, not like fuck that guy, but also that guy was very like, fuck that guy able. So like, yeah, I had the workaround way of saying that guy was very fuckable. So I was like,
I was like, you rewinded a little bit.
oh, because the original that guy was very fuckable, but I was like, no, let's
No, you
backtrack.
won't say that. That's
Different kind of fuck.
meaning.
Fuck off.
Fuck off of all.
I had this woman come in today who I was like, I got her shit out of the OBR case, and then I got like, she wanted 3 things out of the OBR case, but I needed an extra spoon, so I ran back to the back to get it after I got in 2 other things. And I had placed the stuff like next to the register, and as I'm scooping the 3rd thing out, she asks me where her stuff is.
Oh shit, yeah.
And I was
He's
like,
I got it.
I was like, it's back there.
It's right over there.
Like, I was really confused. And then I see her, she's standing at the end of the shellfish, like, walking around the counter. And, like, the guy that she's with is like, no, don't go back there. Like, no, you can't go back there. She goes, he said it was back there, though.
Yeah, that's where it's supposed to stay.
Doesn't mean
And it's
go
like,
grab it.
I mean, it's like, yeah, dumbass. Like, you gotta pay for it. Like, did you want me to put it in a bag or just... You're just gonna
hand it to
carry
you.
it
Put it
out?
here.
Like,
Give it to me right here.
yeah, like, what the fuck?
I know they don't got barcodes, but like, I still got.
That's the thing. Exton does have barcodes. Exton shit is so nice. You hit a button, and it already has the price piece set, and you print it out and has a barcode on it. You go up to register and scan.
It's boring.
It's boring. It's easy.
So I said it's boring.
Same thing. All right, so
It's like this blunt horse of the world.
on to our final segment.
Bum, 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 bum.
What are you gonna rap about Kanye's new album? Because it's trash.
God. God, money. That was Kanye's album, right? Jesus.
Is that it? Is that Kanye's new album?
That's how that's perfect. We had some moves, but just lay them down.
Yeah. Horrors of the world. Horrors of the world, yeah. Talking about natural disasters. Listen, you better ask her what this shit about. Listen, we about to go and get some clout. Talking about shit that comes and fucks up your life. About to go and grab your wife. About to go and grab a knife. I got a story about a lake, but this shit ain't fake. I'm talking about the great. Yo, one time, this lake filled of carbon dioxide. Listen, it was shot a fire up to the sky. And this fire was encompassed by a wave. And this talking to my best friend named Dave. But inside of this wave, it had a noxious gas. It knocked everybody on their big fat ass. It killed the whole town. Damn, that lake farted. I think that lake sharded. Horrors of the world. Listen, about to talk about some shit. Better curl up on the bed. This shit put people's bodies on their head. They had to go and rest cause they was dead. Yo, shout out Greg. I just needed an end rock for that. Horrors of the world. Shout out Greg.
Yo, Greg, what is good?
So, this day's horror of the world. I want to talk about the lake that farted.
Sharded.
It did something.
In my hearted. So, I want to talk about the lake that murdered 1,700 people. It's a lot of people. So, basically, this lake, Lake Nyos, was located in Cameroon. It's a crater lake. Basically, this big old lake, and underneath it is a bunch of gas. And normally, the gas lays dormant, and it's usually like filtered out by the water. So when the lake is still, it's fine. Well, nobody knows what triggered it, but apparently, for hundreds of years, this gas has just been waiting and waiting and waiting to go boom. And one day, on August 21st, 1986, the lake exploded. And it sent a 300... What?
It's combustion.
Nah, nobody was there to hear it, so we don't know if it made a sound.
Oh shit!
It said,
Yeah.
psh.
Because everybody who was there died, so they
Actually
don't know.
exploded.
Maybe
No.
that...
Nobody was around.
No, that's not how it works. If a tree falls in the forest, it fell in the forest. It
Wait.
just doesn't make a sound. We don't know because
Can't
nobody's
hear
there
it.
to hear it.
It does make a sound.
How do you know? Nobody's there to hear it.
With defined sound.
Again, like Lloyd just said, if nobody is in the distance for the simulation to render the sound, then it would require then the simulation would not render the sound because
Okay.
it doesn't need to.
All right.
Nothing is in the area of the tree to need to be able to hear the sound.
What, the little
It's
wood
just
critters?
a sprite that happens. Because here's the thing: a sprite can happen in the background of your viewport, but you can't
Nigga.
hear it.
What?
What?
You can turn all your game sounds off.
Are you guys
do you think
confused
deaf
by
people
what I
are?
just said?
Did you just call life a virtual reality? Is that what you said?
A lot of people do.
It's
What is
reality. There's nothing virtual about it.
No,
That shit real.
we don't know that.
I just touched it.
We just part of the simulation.
Well, you don't know
just touched
where the simulation ends. You ever seen Ender's Game? You ever read it?
No, I saw the episode of Rick and Morty though.
Close enough.
It's not the same thing. No. You've seen Rick and
No,
Morty.
that's right.
You know that Rick and Morty thing where they play the video game? You know where they play video games?
What?
What's that video? What's that video
Blitz
game?
and
The
shits?
one where
Yeah, what's it? What?
Blitz and chips.
Yeah, what's the video game called? It's like Marv or something like that.
Oh,
Roy.
like the life of something or whatever.
Yeah,
Roy.
Where you live your own life.
It's
What?
Roy.
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 Yes,
Yeah, Roy.
That's
Wait,
life.
I was gonna say that's not. I was
That's what we're
I was
all
referencing
doing.
something
Roy
else though.
sucked though. Like Roy.
Well, no, you can do whatever you want.
Oh no.
It's a
I mean,
simulation.
I meant like Morty's version of
Yeah.
Roy. He was just pretty bad.
No, I'm just saying in
Expression.
general. Like, what if that's what's going on right now?
It is.
What? Talk about this. We can't talk about ghosts. All right. So, who was it? Was that Jake too when we were on the Titanic episode? And I was like, "Oh, what about this?" Y'all were like, "Nah, but the life could be a simulation. Why can't? How come the Titanic can't have ghosts simulated on it?"
What?
Yeah.
Simulated ghosts?
Yeah, nigga, fuck you. Simulated toast is fine, but what is ghost?
No, the toast is not
Toast is
simulated.
worse, man. I don't get to
The
eat it
toast
for
is
real.
real.
It's that bullshit.
We are the simulation.
The toast is real. Said that shit with a straight face too. He said, "No, the toast is real. Duh.
don't get
Nigga,
it.
This is us. That's what they
He just has a feeble mind and doesn't comprehend the complexities of what life is.
Hey, niggas in the Matrix, can y'all delete this nigga? And also, give me like 6 inches. Oh shit!
It's like, I was like, it shrinks you down to 6 inches. You're like, oh, that's not what I wanted.
Ah, fucking monkey's paw ass.
All the women want me, but now I'm impotent. No. Hey, it works. Come on, ladies.
I've learned nothing.
All right, wait. Back to these dead people.
What?
Back to the Chart River.
The Shark River. So basically, the eruption sent hundreds of thousands of tons of carbon dioxide. It shat out. It literally says shat. It shat out at 60 miles an hour. Damn. While a mini tsunami of water cascaded down at the same time.
Damn, it was like shit and piss on water. That's gross.
Yo, imagine being on the beach and be like, is that shit water?
It wasn't actually shit water. It was just lake water. I mean, that's pretty fish. Fish shit in it.
Why is this
Water
warm?
never
Why
drink
is
stuff.
Why is it
Fish
so
shit.
brown?
So yeah, when the air cleared,
chocolate in the lake.
when the air cleared, 1,746 people were dead.
Dang.
The nearby town of Nios had 800 residents and only 6 survived.
That's some
Damn.
ugly shit. Damn.
Yeah. In 2001, French scientists figured out a way to make sure Nios would never kill again. They have a warning system. So now,
One bubble means we're okay.
You got
Two
some-
bubbles means a run.
no, now it means they got a little bit of time to get the safe distance away, which is 15 miles.
3 bubbles means
Extra
we want more
shit.
snacks.
Like, you better feed the lake.
Throw in some scallops.
That shit
Throw in some
gonna kill
antacids, yo.
everybody.
Goddamn.
Oh my god, that sucks though. It's the
Yo, have you ever seen what a scallop
horrors
comes,
of the world.
like in a shell?
Yeah, that's how I knew that they were
Yeah.
shellfish. There's
They're
a whole challenge
they're
on a
they're like
wait.
a seashell is a scallop.
Yeah, there was a whole challenge on Hell's Kitchen where they had to shuck scallops.
Yeah, they're like this.
Fucking
I thought that they were just like a little thing that like
No,
grew and
that's
you,
the thing that's
pulled up.
inside the shell.
Yeah, it's like this big too. It's
It's
like
huge.
You're about to get your mind.
Yeah, I was watching that on Gordon Ramsay, and I was like, "Where's the fucking scallop?" Because they had to dig
They
in
had
a
just
whole
like
ice
100
bath.
of them, and I'm like, what is this like?
Let's see if I can find it.
Like, imagine if we had to do that. I'm thinking about that.
No, that's what the warehouse is for.
What the fuck?
Yeah.
Wow. That is what the fuck?
I wonder what the small
you just
scallops
served
look
that
like.
shit on the half shell?
You probably can't eat them.
What?
Turtles in a half. No. We have big scallops, and then we have like tiny small ones that are like this big. I wonder what those.
In. Release the muscle.
I have no
You just do it like you do a
experience with
normal
scallops.
oyster,
I
but
didn't know
like
they
on a
came in
bigger
shells.
scale.
Watch
Yeah.
carefully.
So I think it's
That's-
easier.
Release the muscle. When we put the knife in, I don't want the scallop stabbed. Off with the lid. This
Because that's the hardest thing about this is that when we open those tiny fucking oysters, the meat's like all the way at the bottom, so you can really stick the knife in wherever and just go across. With that, the actual meat is like a puck that encompasses the
tender,
middle,
too.
so you have to like go around the top and be smooth without cutting
where
it.
fresh shellfish comes from.
You probably get the feel there.
It will also test their attention to detail. Slide your thumb
And then you gotta
alongside the
peel
muscle.
that, too.
Carefully. Pop it out of the skirt.
You see it?
Clean it nicely. Done. And let
Because you have
fall
to
out
get that gump
It will
off,
also
Yeah,
test
And then
their
take-
attention to
like an
detail.
oyster, yeah.
and then
Slide
take
your
it out the
thumb
puck,
Alongside the muscle. Carefully.
because that's what fell out of the oyster.
Skirt.
You can say
Oh shit!
It's a whole process.
That
It's-
is a whole line.
no, it's a lot more than just opening it.
That's for one thing.
Yeah, that's just for one.
I'm
Just
glad
say the same
I'm
thing
glad
about
that the
butcher
fucking
meat.
scallops
Fresh
are
shellfish
already.
comes from. And let it fall out naturally.
And
It
then-
will also test their attention to detail. Slide your thumb alongside the muscle.
Like, you don't have to do all that for oysters.
Out of the skirt. Clean it nicely. Done. Immaculately.
Sorry.
And clean. That's the challenge this morning. You're shucking
No.
my standards. Is that clear? Yes.
Now I gotta sit there and
here's
shuck
the thing.
scallops.
I was
That
actually
is bullshit.
I was watching a video on like what it takes because it's like there's like a Michelin restaurant, 2-star restaurant, and they're like, oh yeah, like people don't really understand when we talk about complexity of like a recipe, they don't really understand or think about what does go into it. Like for instance, some of like the simplest like parts or like the cheapest parts actually require the most amount of work. Something like, for instance, peas. They sit there
Oh, they open the
and
pods.
open the fucking pods
Oh, shit.
one by one. Not only that, then there's a thing where they take the outside layer of the pea off to get the inside part for like a specific dish. Dude, they like dissect food and like rip it apart and like display it so nicely and like present it so crazily. It's not like food for like consuming to like fill yourself. It's
No,
food
it's
to
just-
like taste and like eat flavors and stuff. But like the amount of work that goes into the
Probably tastes
stupidest
so
thing,
good. The
and
shit
I'm
you
just
put the
like,
hardest work into tastes the best.
oh my fucking god! Like to think about why these plates cost $50 and it's like this much food.
I'm if I'm doing all that work, you'll charge you $50.
Yeah. 100%,
And
yo.
then you go in the back, and because you're the chef, you just go back and make some Tostitos.
This is easy. I'm hungry. Yo,
Whole ass tomatoes and fucking Tostitos.
Steve said something at work where I was like, "Man, you munched on that burger fast," and he was like, "Yeah, well, when you work at Hills, you gotta eat your food fast because people always coming in." And I just looked at him and I was like, "No, you don't.
No, not really.
You eat, and then hopefully, if you got someone nice, they'll go help a customer while you got food in your mouth. And if not, then you just put your food down and go help and go back to eating. Because I'm not fitting to choke on my food or not enjoying my food because I'm trying to eat." And shout out to Steve. I know you watch this. Shout out to you. But yeah, you ain't got that burger was good.
Steve?
You ain't gotta eat it. You ain't gotta eat it. What's up?
Do you though, Steve?
All right. Is there anything else you guys want to say before we end the podcast?
Buy Bitcoin.
My cyber currency.
Buy Bitcoin.
Ooh,
Stop
cyber
going to
chase.
Coco's. Go make your own goddamn food.
Coco's.
Hey,
sucks.
y'all can come to Hills. I'm cool. Money, Fishmas. Hey, go to Coco's. Fuck this nigga.
Only come to Hills if you tip in cash.
Hey, go to Coco's and order 40 flats.
Big face 20s.
Go to different Coco's. Stop going to the one in it.
Go to the one in Aston.
No, go to the one in Brookhaven.
Go to
Aston.
No, I'm not gonna tell where I work. Go to Aston.
There's like some Coco's pizza in Aston, Michigan. Like, what the fuck, guys?
Go show up. Can I please speak? No. All right, no. All right, is that it? Yeah. All right, get the fuck out. You guys, get the fuck out. Get off YouTube. Go do something productive.
Word.
Peace.